I'm just hitting record. We're going, bro.
Do you know why he does that?
What? Yeah, because that means you're not fucking putting in work. He wants somebody who he knows is fucking disciplined and dedicated to getting up at 5 a.m. if they have to,
Yeah.
getting all this shit done. I know exactly why. It's discipline. That's all it is.
Well, it's just crazy to me though that you're willing to forego that, because obviously the guy that makes like the 10 million a year in revenue for the company, say, is disciplined. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't be making that money for the company if he didn't know what he was doing and followed a process and, you know, adhered to that process. Maybe he doesn't follow like the dealership's road to the sale, but he has his own, and it's very effective.
Say that. Say the beginning part. That you said the person who's making
the person who makes the, say, 10 million a year in revenue for the company, not take home, but the revenue he makes for the company, he obviously has to be disciplined. There's no other way he could do that. I work in car sales. You can't walk into a wall and expect to do something. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like when we worked at Verizon where you could bang your head against a wall and still sell 25 new units a month, which was our quota, right? Say 25, 45 even. It was so hard to not hit the new line activations when it was phones, mobile hotspot, and iPad, right? Car sales is way different. If that guy can do that, like, I don't care if he's 500 pounds or he's the most in shape dude in the world. He knows what he's doing. So I think like the Andy Elliott thing is just kind of dumb, because it's like, I told you, like, there's some videos where I just want to run through a fucking wall and punch bricks for that dude because he'd get me so pumped. But then I see the thing like, oh yeah, I won't even consider hiring you if you don't have a six pack. Fucking why? Like,
because
maybe the dude just likes to eat hamburgers, man. Yeah. But what if you're super in shape and you only sell 5 cars a month, and then the fat ass over there sells 40 cars a month?
But he's not saying you only, if you have a six pack, you automatically get hired. He's not saying that.
Yeah, but there's some shitty people that get hired at dealers. They say the right things in an interview, and then they fall through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? But maybe with a guy like Andy Elliott, 30 cars a month's the minimum. You know what I mean? He might not even have like a unit expectation. He might have like a dollar amount expectation. You know what I mean? It's great if you sell 12 cars a month, but you don't, you know what I mean? That's great for you, but
so
you
who is he, Andy Elliott? What does he do?
He's like a sales coach pretty much. Like, he owns like dealerships. He like consults like with other like people that's other retail people in the retail industry, the commerce industry. He coaches, and he'll just like film videos of him, like some he knows nothing about, like Windows. One was Windows, and he calls this lady who like kept declining, and he sold her on the spot. And this was like live stream, so it wasn't like just for the video, like where, oh yeah, like we're gonna set this up. You know what I mean?
Do we have? I mean, is there something? Let me see if there's a video we can watch. My mom. He's on here, but
Andy Elliott is heavy in here, man.
So let's see if we can find a short. Do you have one?
Keep going.
Andy, hold on. Let's just see if we can find Andy Elliott
Windows
live sale.
Oh yeah, live sales call.
Let's see what we can find here. So this guy, he's just like a big salesman.
He's one of the best. He's that when he cold calls dealers.
Okay. Can we find, let's go shorts.
Yeah, Andy Elliott live closes real customer right there.
This one here?
Bro, it was crazy.
Okay, let's see here.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, just as a salesman, who I think I'm a pretty good salesman.
Hi, is this Barbara?
I
wanted to reach out real
this.
quick with Master Movers. Are you still moving February 26th?
Oh, it was moving.
No, we don't have a date yet because we haven't sold our house yet.
You're going to sell your house quickly. I'm going to buy it myself if I have to, because that's how committed I am to you. Now, I don't say this lightly. I talk to people every single day on the phone. You sound a lie. No, listen. Hey. Okay, hold on.
Our house has been on the market for 2 weeks and we have not had one showing yet.
You've got to start making decisions like this has already happened, like we've already sold your house. Do we want good, positive energy in that home or negative energy in that home? Hold on, I'm just asking. Listen to me.
So you're not willing to come down a little bit?
Well, it's not willing to come down. I'm not going to do a bad job, and I'm not going to hire kids to move your stuff. Here's what I'll tell you. I don't like cheap stuff. And you probably don't. You probably don't like cheap stuff either.
All right, I'll do it.
Wait, what is the billing address on the card?
18.
Here she comes right here. Barbara.
Yeah.
And
So
he's good, dude.
I mean, good on him for actually making the sale. I mean, he did what it took, but she was like,
This is a different one. The one I was talking about was Windows, but I've seen this one. That was nuts.
yeah, I mean, so what was he? He was selling a house there.
No, he was selling a moving company, dude.
Oh, is that what it was?
Just to fucking move her shit like out of the house into the new house.
Instead of doing it herself.
Yeah.
I see.
And
I
she's
see,
saying,
I
I don't
see.
want to hire movers yet because the house isn't even sold. And he said, you got to make the decision like it's already happened. You want to, I love what she said, like what he said, like, it's not that I'm not willing to come down. It's just, I don't like cheap stuff and I'm going to do it right. Like, that was awesome.
I don't, I wish I could see the whole video.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not going to take the time to do it now. I'm just curious in like what did they finally agree on? Because obviously they're negotiating.
Yeah.
Who moved the most is what I want to see. Who moved the most from their starting position?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean,
Did he give away the house?
what's
What's the profit on that? I mean, he seemed cocky with it. The way he was like, "What's
he's
what's
not
the card
selling
number?"
the house, bro.
Or that's what you know what I mean. No, I'm saying, did he give away the house? Like, did he give away the
house
profit?
of, like its profit? I got you. Okay.
Yes.
I don't
So-
know. Like, look at his
So-
face right there.
Yeah,
That man's a killer. So you own a business,
I do.
and people, I sell cars. What's the number one question the car salesman gets asked? What's your best price? Right? Is that very prevalent in your industry?
No.
No. Why do you think that is? You've sold cars, and you were good
Yeah.
at it.
But we didn't haggle on our price either. We didn't move.
Okay.
We didn't move. But the price was the price.
Okay.
I don't know. You know, I think it's actually it's less prevalent now, like for car salesmen, I would imagine, because there's so much shopping.
It's come back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because there's so much shopping around that you can do. You can legit, especially when you're buying a new vehicle, like invoice, obviously sticker, that there's, I mean, if you do research, you know how car sales work, and you know where all the fees and everything go and how much costs what, and you know what numbers to look for. So maybe it's just me knowing the ins and outs of car sales, but
I think what you're describing more of is like the 18 to 43-year-old demographic. I think anyone who's like that 45 and older doesn't do that research, and they still think they can just, or not that they still think, but I mean, like, because they were never shown any other way. Like, they
yeah,
just
and that's
come in,
where
I need your best price.
And that's where I was going to get to. I was going to say, I think it's, part of it is like still holdover from the old way of doing things, where you would have some greasy slime ball salesman who would try to make, 100%, 100% profit on top of the sales car, the price. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both.
It's just crazy to me though. Like, you don't go to Giant Eagle and go over to the guy at the meat department and it's
For the
$6.88 for the beef. You know what I mean? Best you can do on that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. I mean, we've all thought it, but like,
I would love to.
but like, they just come into the car dealership. Oh, I know you guys got so much, or you guys got so much room. Well, really, I mean, anymore, like with cars, when you take them in on trade, there's so, like, let's talk about a used car. Like, there's so much that has to be done to a vehicle. You know what I mean? Even if it was in great shape. I mean, I can't speak to anyone else, but like our dealership, we service those vehicles, man. Like, I'm not saying there's never going to be a problem, you know what I mean? Because human error, mistakes can happen, you know what I mean? But we put some money into those vehicles to make them good, man. You know what I mean? Because we'd rather make a customer for life than,
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I hear it all the time. Yeah, I know you can do better on that price. Well, I mean, really, you called on it. You drove from Cleveland. You already know it's a good price. You know what I mean? Like, you already know it is. Because you said you found us online. I guarantee Classic GM isn't the only website you went to.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm
just
saying.
crazy.
That's why I don't think it shouldn't be as heavy as it used to be, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fun. I mean, sales is a different thing anymore, man. It's a different world. Speaking of a different world here, I mean, you showed me something really interesting earlier. About from Colleen Noir.
Oh yeah,
about the 12 years in prison for 4 rounds of ammo.
guy.
I'm really interested to see this because I don't know enough
Yeah, well,
about it.
let's
so.
see if he's got a short, so we don't have to. It's an 8-minute video. Let me see.
He doesn't really post shorts.
He doesn't post shorts apparently.
Well, I'm sure you can get to the meat and potatoes on that pretty easily.
Okay, let's see, where was it?
Just right there.
This one. All right.
The truth about flying with a gun. And in that video, I said this. First thing I do before I even begin packing for my flight
on
is
the
a
wrong
backpack.
stuff.
I take
here.
both of my carry.
We gotta copy this.
We're still on Andy. That killer face, man.
Oh, we got an ad. Let's see. We'll wait for the ad.
Hey, secret sex parties of the mega rich. That was one of the videos we reacted to.
Where do you see that? Did I miss
Hit
it?
escape. Bottom right.
Oh yeah.
One of our first reaction videos was on that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, here we go.
The truth about flying with a gun. And in that video, I said this. First thing I do before I even begin packing for my flight is a bag check. I take both of my carry-on bags and search them thoroughly for any guns, bullets, holsters, knives, gun parts, or anything that'll reasonably give TSA an excuse to put me in that private room so they can molest me. TSA says that you can fly with optics, but I just play it safe. And this next story is the very reason why I said to do a thorough back check before you fly, even if you're not flying with a gun.
The trip to paradise turning into a nightmare for another American allegedly discovered with bullets in his baggage in the Turks and Caicos, now facing a possible mandatory sentence of more than a decade in prison. ABC's Morgan Norwood is here with this story. Good morning, Morgan. Hey, good morning to you, Rihanna. That's right. Tyler Renwick is the third U.S. tourist arrested for allegedly bringing ammunition into the country. Now, here's the thing. The law in Turks and Caicos requires a minimum 12-year prison sentence. And this morning, his wife is speaking out. She is begging officials for mercy. This morning, an emotional plea from the wife of Tyler Renwick, an American EMT and father, now sitting in a Turks and Caicos jail, possibly facing 12 years in prison. Arrested after hunting bullets were allegedly found in his luggage. Winrick charged with possession of ammunition.
We're just scared that he's not going to come home and my son shouldn't have to grow up without a father.
Winrick was celebrating his friend's bachelor party in Turks, boarding a cruise ship last Saturday when police say they found bullets in his backpack. His wife, Jerry Ann, says it was an honest mistake.
Like, I understand that there's laws and regulations, but there should be fairness and grace when it comes to things, and especially the intent of them. There's no intent to harm anybody.
Winrick's arrest comes just days after another American man was arrested for the same offense. 40-year-old Brian Watson of Oklahoma on vacation with his wife Valerie in Turks and Caicos earlier this month when airport officials found several rounds of hunting ammo in his
both
luggage.
in Turks and Caicos?
Those are bullets that I buy whenever I go deer hunting.
On the heels of these latest incidents, the U.S. Embassy in the Bahamas reissuing an alert, urging Americans to check their bags for stray ammunition or forgotten weapons before departing from the U.S. In the case of Ryan Watson, TSA admitting it failed to detect the bullets before he was arrested in Turks and Caicos, saying...
So what do you think? I mean, you get the meat and potatoes there. He was arrested. Got 12 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro, for some ammo that was accidentally left in a bag.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's crazy. But, I mean, rules are the rules, man. I mean, like,
I agree.
If
I
the
agree
rules
with
are
you.
going to be the rules for everything else in this world, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people
Is 12
getting
years not excessive, though?
I think it's
sure.
all dependent, dude. Like,
Okay.
maybe there's a lot. I don't know this, but maybe gun violence is a big deal in Turks and Caicos, and they take that shit seriously. You know what I mean? Like, for a while, we took drugs very seriously, and like just minor crimes were getting people thrown in jail. You know what I mean? Like having, say, an ounce of weed on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the laws really, but because I never broke them, but I mean,
Never
they got
got
thrown
caught.
in jail. You know what I mean? Like, people like that got thrown in jail.
but is
so,
12
I mean,
years
yeah, it's
excessive?
excessive. But we had a drug problem. That's why our thing was the way it was. 12 years might seem excessive to us, but maybe out there it's not. You know, like maybe that's just like, hey, you know the rules, dude.
Man, 12 years is 12 years. It's I mean, depending on the situation, like, I don't know. Could you find a justification for 12 years for some ammunition that was left in a bag?
Intent. Did the people in Turks and Caicos feel threatened by this guy? Was he acting strangely? You know what I mean? Like, if the dude was just a happy, jolly
let's
dude
do
and
it.
hanging out, you know what I mean? That's one thing. But I
What-
mean, like,
what
if
was
he was
his
acting,
name?
Andrew Santino. He looks just like him.
The country. Now, here's the thing. The law in Turks and Caicos requires a... Morgan Norwood is here with this story. Good morning, Morgan. Hey, good morning to you, Rihanna. That's right. Tyler Renwick is the third
Tyler
U.S. tourist
Renwick.
arrested for allegedly bringing ammunition into the...
Okay. Let's look here. Wick.
Yeah.
Oh, not Nashville. That's not what I'm looking
Guns.
for. Turks. Tyler Riddick. Nope. Right here. American Tourist. What's his name? Let's see. Turks and Caicos.
Wenrick.
Is that how you say it?
Wenrick.
That's it.
So Tyler Wenrick.
Okay, so let's get some of this out here. Remanded.
That's a very brief article.
Yeah, very brief. Okay, so let's look up Tyler when. Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
Arrested, allegedly having ammunition. Could face 12 years. Okay. Honest mistake. Wife reveals. Virginia man behind bars. So I'm curious if maybe they found other intent. Like I want to hear what the judge had to say. I want to hear what the judge's ruling was. Or I can't imagine there was a jury for that, right? Maybe.
I don't know.
That's what I want to know. Like, was it a jury trial?
I don't know.
That's interesting. I would like to know more information about that. I don't know. But I just don't think 12 years is an appropriate sentence for an honest mistake of leaving ammunition.
If it's an honest mistake, I think you should be able to like appeal it and be like, hey, let's say it's a judge, like, hey, Your Honor, like, honestly, I had this bag.
But you said laws are laws, Tom.
Correct. But laws are laws. But I mean, if you can go up to them and be like, hey, listen, I understand, like, it's illegal over here. I got to do a time, but can we work on the 12 years maybe? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be punishments, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even know if.
But there's a fiscal responsibility. The onus is on you. You own guns. You got to check your backpack, man. You have to.
Why could that not be? Why could that just not be a fine? I mean, it's not like you have.
Well, the TSA said that they missed it. How's this not on the TSA?
TSA misses like 90% of the shit that goes.
Well, they need to be held accountable.
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Let's see if we can find this out. How much does TSA miss?
I hate when people that like are in positions of authority, like if you and I fuck up, it's the end of the world. If someone on payroll like fat fingers something, oh, that's just payroll. You'll just get it taken out of your next
roughly
check.
18
That ain't
guns
my
are stopped
fault.
at TSA every day. One has to wonder how many weren't stopped. How many aren't stopped? Historically, TSA has missed 90+% of weapons when tests were conducted.
So basically 180 guns come through there every day at that point. That's crazy. Like,
that is crazy, actually, if you think about it. Well, weapons, not guns.
Weapons. Okay.
Weapons.
So, I mean, like I was saying, man, like someone fucks something up, like you and I, it's the end of the world. Someone in payroll messes something up. They fat fingered something. Oh, that's just payroll. You'll just get it deducted out of your next check. Well, that ain't my fucking fault. You know what I mean? Like, that's on them. This shit. Hey, TSA didn't notice it and it's illegal, so I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, well, that's just TSA. They just miss things. It's not a big deal. You're the one in trouble. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
The bank.
That's our tax dollars. Hard at work.
The bank accidentally deposits $1,000 into your bank account. Never happens, but that's my fucking money now, man. It ain't my fault that you did that. You know what I mean? Why should I be punished? You should be getting punished.
They're going to be like, all right, well, that $3,500 check you got coming out on Friday, you accidentally deposited that shit too. Guess what? Finders keepers.
Oh yeah. Hey, I know it was supposed to be a $3,500 check. We hit $350 on accident. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll make that money.
Yeah, there you go.
What? No, like that's your fault. I'm missing out on $2,600 now. Not much we can do. Stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. 12 years, not worth it.
What do you think about like? So for a couple for a couple weeks we have been talking, if you guys are earlier listeners, early adopters of the cut here, we were talking about gun control for quite a while. Do you think that over the last year we've gotten a little bit more progressive in gun laws and how people are reacting to it?
No.
No? I haven't heard as much hate
About guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's maybe you're just not paying attention. Maybe it's just not.
I've been listening.
No, but I'm saying maybe it's just not on your radar. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just not something because you don't own any guns from what you've told me. Yeah, so maybe it's just not on your radar. Like I have guns, so it's something I would pay attention to if they're trying to take them.
Are they actually trying to take them though? Like, is there a law in effect that's like, oh yeah, we're taking your guns? Is that really happening? I'm not asking that as a smart ass. I'm asking that genuine.
Certain states are making.
Well, I remember in Arizona.
They're not. What I mean, you can't just go and take guns. They try, especially in California. Bless you.
Excuse me. I apologize.
In California, they're trying stuff like that, but I mean, you can't just go straight up and take people's guns because there's something called a Second Amendment.
Yeah.
But what they do is they try to craft these laws in ways that don't restrict your possession of having a gun. They just make it harder to obtain. It's like it's like shooting water through a net. Most of the water is gonna go through the net, but you're gonna have some of these barriers in your way where not everything's gonna get through. So they'll make restrictions on magazine capacity.
Okay.
Or they'll make restrictions on certain accessories.
Okay.
Basically shit that can go on your gun, they try to make restrictions on. But you can have a gun, but they're gonna restrict what they're gonna limit what the gun can do, not your ability to have it. That's the best way to put it.
Okay. It doesn't take away the main function of the gun though, right?
Yeah, it does.
So they actually like make you buy stuff to make it so you can't fire them and shit?
Not that you can't fire it. I mean, in some places they want you to have like lock boxes.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm in agreement with that.
Why would you agree with that? Oh, well, all right. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask you like that, but I'm curious. Why would you agree with that?
To have a lockbox for a gun?
Yeah.
If I got a 10-year-old kid and he's got his buddies over, I don't want him to be able to go in the house and be snooping around places as kids do. And
you're saying
open up and like, oh shit, boom. Like I don't want that. Like I don't want, if a person comes into my house, while I'm not home and they rob my house, I don't want them to be able to take my gun.
I think so I think we're yeah, so the second one I can definitely agree with. If you're not going to be there to easily or readily take possession of your firearms if you need them, lock them up. But if you're home, I could see the concern. I can see the concern of, your kids or their friends or whatever getting your firearms. And if you feel safe doing that, that's fine with you. You can definitely do that. So a lot of people do. But you also have to think about what is the purpose of having a gun? To have the upper hand, right?
Correct.
In a conflict. So you want to be able to have that quickly if you need it.
Correct.
So if it's in a lockbox, those are seconds off of your time to react and defend yourself.
See, it's such a double-edged sword.
It is. I understand. Yeah, I do understand. But I think that Tom, there's a gun in this room right now that is now locked up.
Cool.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if there were kids down here, like it's not like it's gonna be like laying out. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's not just gonna be sitting, on a table over here next to the TV. It's gonna be put up.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just double edged. Like, I mean, I feel like some gun owners view things in black, other gun owners view things in white, non-gun owners in black, non-gun owners in white, and then someone like me who like understands the benefit of having a firearm, right? But I just can't have one. You know what I mean? So I'm in that gray area. You know what I mean? Where like I see your side, I see another dude's side. You know what I mean? Who might have a differing opinion of you. Because I don't have one. You know what I have to protect my house? I have an old golf club that I can have a mean swing with. I got 3 dogs. 3 big dogs too, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That if they sense that little boy I have is in trouble, they'll kill everything and anyone that's in between them and him to get to him.
Yeah.
They'll fucking murder those people. But the nicest dogs in the world. You know what I mean? But they'll fuck a motherfucker up. I don't have a firearm, but I have other things in place. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel better not, even though I don't have one because I can't have one, that's okay. Because I found other ways to do it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, a guy could break into my house, but all I got to do is say one thing to Frank, and he's there. You know what I'm saying? Frank goes down, Charlie's up. He's ready to avenge his boy. You know what I mean? Like, because that motherfucker is loyal. But anyway, when we talk about gun ownership and we talk about people being for it, people being against it, and how I really haven't heard anything recently about, people like being upset about gun control and it, like how it was last year. It was crazy. We're seeing a lot more violence on college campuses right now. Pro-Palestinian.
Yeah, dude.
That kind of thing.
I've been
noticing guns in a lot of it.
Have you? I actually haven't been paying attention to any of that. Like I told you, I've been off the radar.
You have.
I have been off the radar. Like you've been coming over. I'm like, so what are we talking about today, Tom? Because I don't fucking know.
And then I'm so busy
no
at work,
idea.
like I'm like, I don't fucking know.
So we're just winging it, like little baby bird.
So
Jinx.
these conflicts on college campuses, I've been seeing some guns being flashed around.
Can we look up some of that?
Yeah.
Let's look up some of that.
Look up Ohio State one. Look up the Ohio State one.
Ohio State?
Yeah.
This is home. Let's see.
Ohio State anti.
Doesn't look like they'll be voting for Biden. Well, wait. That's something else. Wait, this is April 25th. Ohio State. Right here, the scene. This is an hour ago. Let's read it. Let's look at this. Do we have any audio? That's at Ohio State. Pro-Palestinian. So, what was the other one? Wasn't there one that just free pie? What the fuck? X is weird, bro.
Ohio. I love though how that person put the in there.
Yeah. They know what's up.
They hate us because they ain't us.
All right, so what was the other school that was like they just got removed last night, wasn't it?
I don't know. College. Pro-Palestinian college.
Let's see what we can find. Does anyone else take over college campus as a pre-sector for something bigger? Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Chaos breaks out at college campus.
Columbia.
Oh yeah, Columbia.
USC. This is at USC. Southern California, bro.
No way, dude. They're pulling them out of there. Police are using batons. Let's see what we got here. What is going on, bro? I'm so confused. Like, where is everybody going?
Ignorant ass motherfuckers there, man.
And who are those people?
National Guard, I think, bro. State troopers. Texas.
Holy shit. So this is all over the pro-Palestinian, like anti-Israel stuff?
Yeah, dog.
Bro, what the fuck is going on? Listen. Why do I feel like we are back in it's election year, bro. It's an election, summer 2020. Summer 2020 was fucking wild.
Summer 2020 was insane.
Shit was getting burned down, literally.
Yeah, well, that's totally different reason. George Floyd. Wasn't
It's
it?
the same reason. It's the exact same. It's all race. It's all race. You have the Jewish, you have Israel and the Jews, and then you have the Palestinians. It's the same. It's the same thing, just different races.
What's crazy is that conflict that we had in 2020 was based at home. The conflict that we're all up in arms about over here is somewhere else entirely. You know what I mean?
Here's a carrot.
Dangle it.
It's in my right hand. Oh, it's in my left hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
It is the same shit. Now that I think about it, it is the same shit. Dude.
Now,
what if this is a precursor?
Like they said, is it a precursor to something? Bro, that's crazy. I didn't realize it was like going like that. Let me see what else I can find on here. That's
what
wild,
if this is
dude.
a precursor to something akin to the 1940s in Germany?
What do you mean? Speak to me. What are you talking about, Tom?
Jewish hate was so bad back then. So much hateful shit was done to those people in the 1940s by Adolf Hitler and his group of Nazis, right?
Yeah.
What if this shit right here is a precursor to seeing another obscene hate crime against the Jewish community? Like concentration camps, fucking capturing, fucking FEMA camps, man.
It won't get that big.
You don't think it will? People are way dumber than they were in 1940.
No, and the reason I say that is because you have a lot of, well, you know, Tom, actually, I think you make kind of a good point.
I always make good points.
Because if, let's drag this way out, okay?
Let's drag it way out.
We're going to drag this way out. So let's say right now, Israel and the Jewish community has all the big political national players involved, right? Like on their side.
Yes.
The US, Canada, like, right? The West is pulling for Israel.
Correct.
Now, you have all this and I hate to use the word favoritism in the media towards the Jewish people.
I know what you're getting at with when you say favoritism. It's not favoritism, it's spotlighting.
Yes.
There's
the
spotlight of the Jewish community on the news right now.
Correct.
Which there's nothing wrong with spotlighting them.
But the way that they're being highlighted and spotlighted is in a way to garner sympathy and empathy and just kind of they're in a favored light.
They are
in a lot of
favored
ways.
light. They are in a favored light, but they are getting attacked.
So let's say it did get to the point where it was pretty contentious, like even more so than it is now. And whose side is the West going to take? Obviously, they're going to take
The Israeli side.
right.
They have to.
So I think that will be okay until somebody crosses the line where it's no longer like where we're taking the defensive posture. It's more of an offensive posture. Then I think you're going to have a lot more people stand up. And then I think the balances of power, I don't know that the balances of power would shift, but you could see that. And then maybe you'll just see like some resentment, like really deeply instilled, kind of like what you see in Palestine, like in Gaza and Israel, like how it's like just so,
like there ain't no reconciling that. There's no reconciling that.
Where you have people who in Gaza who would love to see every Jewish person dead, and then you have people in Israel who would love to see every Palestinian dead.
Yeah,
and those are the two extremes. And I think whenever you have a lot of this tension between the two right now, especially abroad, it's not even over there now, it's here. And you got not to the point of fighting, but to the point of where police are having to like
break shit up.
Yeah,
dude.
like
Big
pull
time.
out batons and shit.
Yeah,
you know,
like they don't do that.
They have to
shit
go
just
clear the
do it.
streets and shit.
Yeah,
you know. So I think if it were to get bigger, and then you see a lot of this favoritism towards the Jewish community, and then if you might see a wave back the other way where a lot of people stand up and revolt against that. That's the only way I see it getting to that point. But that would have to be huge, bro.
Think about
to the Holocaust. That's huge.
That's huge. Think about right now. We're seeing this on college campuses, right? This is towards the end of the year. This is like towards graduation, right? I'm going to use some stereotypes here. I don't know a lot of Jewish people who like football, but I know a lot of Jewish people who like that's not. I know a lot of Jewish people though who like basketball, right?
Okay. Yeah.
USC, Texas, Ohio State. There's a lot of this shit going on there.
Yeah.
What if this shit doesn't get left unchecked, man? What if this shit's left unchecked? High concentration of Jewish people because these are good basketball programs. When do we start seeing hate crimes happening at sporting events where ESPN might be there? You know what I mean? Like Ohio State's going to be a good basketball team next year, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what if ESPN's there for a game and they're outside where they usually are, you know what I mean? And doing their announcements, and then a fight breaks out behind there. Can you imagine that shit? What happens when that happens?
It depends on how big the fight is. Break it up.
That's just crazy, though. That's crazy. All over religions, dude. Like, just love a god or a higher power or whatever and move on with your damn day.
I don't know that has so much to do with religion, just claim of land.
Well, obviously, but I mean, we're making it about Jewish people. Judaism's a religion. You know, Jewish isn't the race. Israeli's the race in most cases. American, you know, there's a lot of different races that are Jewish people. Judaism's a religion.
No.
How?
Jewish people is a race. I don't know how.
They're the Israelites and the Hebrews, man.
So
is Judaism a race?
See, now that's going to say no.
Is Judaism a race or religion? There you go, right there.
Right there. Let's see what it says. That's a religion. Jewish ethnicity, religion, and community are highly interrelated, as Judaism is an ethnic religion. That's why I guess it's although not all ethnic Jews practice it, despite this, religious Jews regard individuals who have formally converted to Judaism as part of the community.
Okay.
That doesn't really answer the question.
Keep scrolling down. That's a Wikipedia. Are Jews a race? MyJewishLearning.com. Right from the source, man.
You know what's crazy though? Hold on. Let's. Oh,
Right there. Is Judaism a religion or ethnicity? I mean, Reddit, that's a treasure trove of knowledge.
it says it's both.
Okay, so
It says it's an ethnicity, but it doesn't say it's a race. So, but what's funny about this is right from this website here. When was this posted? Does it say? It doesn't say. But you know what? You remember this?
I just remembered.
You remember it now?
No, I just remember that she used to fuck Ted Danson.
Let's see. Videos. Was quoted in an interview and something.
God, Whoopi Goldberg.
Facing back, the Holocaust was not about race. Right here. Look. This right here.
That by pitching in the costs of
Oh,
the Morning
come
Cup
on.
of Joe,
Come
you can
on.
help re-elect my friend Joe.
Well,
Look at
$3 or
Biden.
more.
He's-
No gift is too small to make a difference.
By the time you finish this video, a lot of folks across the country
It's not
will have
funny
already
because
chipped in.
he's
Sure.
old. He's old.
Now, American actress
But
Bring
here-
back
talk show
Barry.
host Whoopi Goldberg is
Okay.
facing
Go.
backlash after she said the
So-
Holocaust was not about race. She made the comments on a U.S. talk show, The View, which was discussing a decision by a school board in
Did
Tennessee
she say
to ban the
discussing or
award-winning graphic Holocaust
disgusting?
novel. Well,
Discussing.
The school board said it banned the book because its profanity, nudity, and depiction of suicide was inappropriate for 13-year-olds. Goldberg told her co-host, if you're going to do this, then let's just be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. Co-host Joy Behar pointed out that the Nazis said the Jews were a different race. She then said, but it's not about race. It's not. It's about man's inhumanity to other man. Whoopi's co-host Anna Navarro responded, but it's about white supremacy. It's about going after Jews and Gypsies and Roma. Whoopi Goldberg then said, but these are two white groups of people, and co-host Sarah Haynes pointed out that the Nazis didn't see them as white. Then Whoopi added, but you're missing the point. The minute you turn it into race, it goes down this alley. Let's talk about what it is for what it is. It's how people treat each other. It's a problem. The actress has since apologized.
So that was hilarious. And then you hear she's apologized since then because Jews are a race. So I don't freaking know, bro. They aren't.
They are.
Aren't. Yes.
It's like a transgender. It is, but it isn't. You know? Which, shout out to all my trans friends. It isn't.
Yes.
Shout out to all my trans friends. I love you. But I think it's really interesting that we're in 2024 and there everything's like cyclical, you know what I mean? And we're at that point in history where something's repeating, and now you are seeing the Judaic religion getting attacked again. And haven't these people been through enough? Like, these people have been through enough, man. Like, let them go. Like let them just live. I just wish that we lived in a world where like people would just get along, man. Like, I don't understand how hard it is.
I do too, but I don't think anybody's innocent.
Nobody's innocent,
and
dude.
in conflicts, neither side is innocent. When there's like and I don't even know how to describe it other than a one-sided conflict, when somebody just fucks with somebody else, I think that's just, I don't know, being an asshole maybe. But I think when there's a conflict between two people who just can't come to an agreement, neither side is innocent.
No, neither side's innocent, but neither side wants to be innocent. Both sides want everyone to know that they went the hardest for their belief. You know?
Right.
I mean,
holy shit, bro.
What the fuck was that?
What is that?
So that was footage from UCLA last night when a group of counter-protesters...
Hold on,
started
we
in
got
the
to see
middle
this
of
footage, lady.
It's a goddamn alien.
Are those? Oh,
No,
those are
that's a
flashbangs.
firework.
Ah, flashbangs.
Firework.
Boom.
Hold up.
Oh, that is a
There was
fire.
footage
Like a
from UCLA last night when a group of counter-protesters showed up in the middle of the night and terrorized the peaceful protesters in the Gaza Solidarity encampment. Then this morning, United Auto Workers Local 4811, which represents some workers at UCLA, said that they would be mobilizing in a response to the events that happened last night.
What?
Expanding more on what that means, they said that their union leadership has voted to hold a strike authorization vote as early as next week, to give the authority to call a strike if they think this situation is going to escalate. This is just another example of how labor is interconnected with a lot of other movements, this one being Palestinian liberation.
okay. She's talking about labor's union. That's.
I'm interested in that.
Are you?
I am. I'm very interested in what she has to say
All right,
right
let's
there.
finish it.
Call out the abuse that they had, mobilizing their membership force in this union to call out the abuse that they had to deal with last night when they were protesting a war, which as a whole also UAW has made a very clear ceasefire statement themselves. Then across the country in Colombia, we have union bus drivers refusing to transport protesters that were arrested for peacefully protesting. There was no reason they should have been arrested, and the bus drivers refused. That's, again, utilizing their union solidarity and refusing to work with the police when they feel like the situation is unjust. And those are just two examples, but I think that we can expect to see a lot more of this as we move forward. Solidarity isn't just reserved for our fellow coworkers, but it's reserved for every single liberation movement around the world.
That was a good video. I liked her. I liked her a lot. That's interesting. I never thought of that. How unions can be directly impacted by stuff like this.
See, this shit kind of makes me nervous, bro. Like, so this says the NYPD restored order at a city college of New York by removing a Palestinian flag raised by pro-Palestinian protesters and replacing it with the American flag. They ripped down the Palestinian flag after clearing the campus from illegal occupiers. So, bro, you got people putting the Palestinian flag on our flagpoles. I'm not cool with that. Where the American flag should be at?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that, bro.
I mean, I understand why they did it, but did you see the photo that was right under that? Oh, no, it's not there anymore. It was the people raising the flag at Iwo Jima. I was like,
yeah.
what? No.
I don't know, man. Crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff.
It's a crazy.
I didn't realize it was that deep. I didn't realize people were getting like dragged off of
They're getting murked, bro.
campuses, smacked with batons.
People are just getting the shit beat out of them right now, dude. Like, for their religion. Like, crazy.
So, Tom, what else we got?
Who's the biggest fraud in Dragon Ball?
I don't know.
I could debate that with you for hours. I know you never really watched Dragon Ball.
I did not.
That's crazy to me.
You listen to Mexican OT?
I just found out who he was like 2 weeks ago. That dude's hilarious. He's funny, dude. Have you watched any of the dude? That guy Theo Vaughn I introduced you to, right?
I know Theo, yeah.
He had Dave Ramsey on his podcast. That's nuts. Like,
why is that nuts?
Because Dave Ramsey gives great advice, right? Like, he's very good at helping people with that. But some of the shit he says is so fucking off the wall, dude. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have a house. Sell your house right now. Sell everything in your house. Go buy the cardboard. Go buy a cardboard box. Live in that. Sell your truck and get $1,000 vehicle, and that's all you need.
That sounds like a fucking plan to me.
That's stupid. That's so dumb. Like,
yeah,
I'll go buy $1,000 car. I'll go buy $1,000 car right now. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna every 3 months, I'm probably gonna put $1,200 into it because something's gonna go wrong. Something will go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a give and take when you're buying cars. But you know what? I don't disagree with that concept of just selling everything if I didn't have so much shit.
But what's the point of selling everything when you're making money? Like, why would I, someone who works very hard for a living, not want something nice?
I think you can have. I don't know. I got a lot of nice shit, so I'm the
You
wrong
have a
person.
lot of nice shit.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Like, okay, so for me, you know me, you see what I have, right? Name one.
You got nice shit too.
Name one extravagant thing I have, though.
Probably that fucking golf simulator that I haven't used yet.
Yeah, it's still down.
Yeah, I know. It's been 3 years, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but even that's not extravagant. That was $300 for the golf simulator. Probably about another $1,000 in equipment. I mean, $1,300.
Right, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But think about this. If I
So
had
what's
that
extravagant then?
I'm saying extravagant, like
What's
a Corvette.
extravagant?
A Corvette.
Oh, well, I don't have no shit like that.
A fucking jacuzzi and outdoor bar. Like, do I have like fucking dagwood trees lining my yard? You know what I mean? Like, I don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I pay my bills. I come home. I don't go out to dinner every night. You know, I shop at Giant Eagle, and when I shop at Giant Eagle, I'm looking at the discount section, the 2 for $7. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't buying Ruffles chips in that motherfucker. It's Giant Eagle brand.
I like low maintenance.
Sure. But why work hard then?
What? No, I'm saying like I like low maintenance shit. Like I like in Arizona.
Yeah.
When I live there.
Yeah.
You don't have to mow your grass. I mean, you do if you have grass, but not a lot of places have grass.
Sure.
That was great, bro.
Oh, I
you know how
imagine it was
imagine
fantastic.
I could live like that. Just low maintenance. Just I don't have to do anything. I don't need a lawnmower. I only need a car to get me from A to B. You know when I lived in Arizona, there was a period where I only had a motorcycle to drive.
You did tell me about that.
Yeah.
You did tell me about that.
I was broke. Tags were expired.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my car. I couldn't drive my car. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was broke, dog. So and I couldn't afford to
look where you're at now.
Tags. Yeah. This is right before I left. Right. So
that's blessings, dog.
Yeah. So
That's-
saved a little bit of money I had, got my tags registered so I could drive across the country back to Ohio.
It's beautiful, man. Like I ain't even just saying like that's like for real. Like because now I look at like what you've got, what you've built, and everything, and it's like you came from like here.
Still broke.
And you're
Don't get
up
it
to
wrong.
Here, you know what I mean?
It's just
like,
a different level of broke, Tom. It's just a different level of
well,
broke.
yeah. I mean, like I'm broke as fuck, dude. I mean, that's not saying I don't got money in the bank. You know what I mean? But like. The thing is that money in the bank goes to the bills and then emergency fund. You know what I mean? Megan and I don't go out to dinner much anymore. We maybe go out once a month anymore, like to a restaurant. We'll get Chipotle once every 2 weeks. We'll order a pizza once a month. We don't go get McDonald's, Burger King, that kind of
Let me ask you a question, Tom. How much do you spend on a meal for you and your family?
What kind of restaurant?
No, just on average, like your expenses per day. Like on average, what do you think you pay for dinner every night for the three of you and your family?
$10.
$10?
Yeah.
How the hell do you get away with the $10 meal every night?
So here's what I do. I get all of my meat from Orlando's meat market. Okay. So recently I just went there. 40-pound box of chicken, $80. Right? That chicken is like that big. And I ain't bullshit. I will literally send you a picture. It's that big and it's probably that thick. And it's huge. And I have about 12 bags of that bitch now with like 36 chickens in that thing. You only need a chicken and a half to feed me, Wyatt, and Megan on that. Like that type of shit. Because when we eat like the chicken, we're either making chicken tacos, we're making like chicken parm, which you just cut and then pound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Chicken tacos, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not. And then what is it? Spaghetti costs 80 cents for a box of spaghetti. Crushed tomatoes, it's $1 a can.
So $10.
Yeah. I don't spend a lot of money on food, dude. It's crazy that I look the way I do. Well, you have HelloFresh.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I would. So,
but see, and
I'm
that's
not a
why I'm so.
HelloFresh- I can't be a HelloFresh guy.
Why?
I love to cook.
Yeah, that's what HelloFresh is.
But I like making my own shit, bro. Like you know what I love more than anything in the world? I love leaving here on Wednesdays and I haven't ate.
Mm-hmm.
And I go home and I know there ain't dick in that fridge because I haven't gone shopping this week, maybe. You know what I mean? But I got a little bit of ham. I got a little bit of turkey. I see a bagel over there. I see a couple eggs. I see a like the Kraft cheese singles. Bro, I'm whipping myself up something with that. And I come away with some serious gourmet shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I definitely can throw together something to eat if I don't have much. But I'm telling you, having dinners like pre-prepped,
I imagine it's
pre-portioned,
amazing.
It is, bro. Like,
and
I don't have to
especially your
put
guys'
any
schedule.
thought. I told you, low maintenance. That's low maintenance as hell. I don't have to put any thought into it. I just have to look at a picture, which I don't even do because I'm not picky. I eat whatever, but I don't even pick the meals. But if I did, I imagine it would just be as simple as like, there's a picture of it. That looks good. Okay. I don't even know. I'm not picky. I just pick a couple meals per week. But it's so nice having everything pre-portioned, instructions. I don't have to think about anything.
See,
it's
I
so
can't
nice.
do that, dude. Like, I remember being younger and my
nice.
dad
And it's
cooking.
so good. It's delicious.
I bet it is, bro. I'm never going to discount that. But, like, I remember my dad cooking when I was a kid because my mom's at work.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad would throw together just some crazy shit, dude. And it was good. And, like, well, Dad, how do you make this? Well, I just threw some of this in there, some of that.
I don't know.
But he could not tell you the exact ingredients. So
I
his
can do
food,
that too. I like, but then again, I'm very like.
So his Sunday sauce never tasted the same 2 weeks in a row. Never. His meatballs never tasted the same 2 weeks in a row. His chicken thighs that he would make never tasted the same. But they were always good. But there was always a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that or a little bit less of that. You know what I mean? Like, but it was always good. So like I love going home like after work. Megan like, oh man, you know, I was outside all day doing this. You know, I played with Wyatt. I'm real tired. I didn't cook. Cool. Did you take anything out? Yeah. What do we have? This, and this. All right, bet. And when I get home, I already know what I'm doing and I throw it. It's like my release. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to film for that cooking show I want to do. And I've been throwing some ideas together on that. And I just love that, man. Like cooking might be my second favorite thing in the world behind golf in terms of a hobby.
Yeah.
If I could go back in time, I would go to culinary school.
I put eating above cooking.
I don't like eating.
Look,
food
you said a chicken and a half will feed you, Megan, and Wyatt.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to catch up to you. I'm eating a whole chicken by myself.
But bro, like I look like this for a reason though. You know what I mean? Cause like I eat that chicken and the rice and this, that, and the other, but I get it back somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like I'm eating like ice cream or, you know, I cut down on the potato chips big time, like hardly at all anymore. I eat more like those pretzel chips, those pretzel thins, or like pistachios or trail mix now. But it ain't the fucking recommended serving of like this much. You know what I mean?
It's the full
like
cup.
6 of those cups. You know what I mean? I'm just fucking honking on them, man. And then like when I eat spaghetti, I mean, I eat the fuck out of spaghetti. Might be my favorite meal. We like when we used to have those talks back in the day, and I told you spaghetti would be my favorite meal ever.
Yes.
I only eat spaghetti. So you're not gonna eat garlic bread? No, that's a goddamn lie. You know you will. And sure enough, I eat garlic bread now, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, like I said, if I could go back in time, I'd go to culinary school.
Yeah.
I would. I would love to know. You ever see that show The Bear or hear about it?
Negative.
No. All right. You ever watch Shameless?
I've watched a little bit of Shameless.
You know who Lip is?
No, not see. I haven't
He's
watched
like
that much.
he's the oldest son in the show. So in this show, he's a chef, at a Michelin restaurant, like one of the best chefs in the world. His brother owned one of those Italian beef stores in Chicago, and he killed himself. So the brother, Lip from Shameless, has to go and save the store, and it's all about him, like, remaking the store, shop, whatever you want to call it, like, putting fine dining into it while also being an Italian beef store. Like, crazy shit, dude. Like, and like I watched that and I'm like, man, I would love to be in a kitchen doing that, but I wouldn't want to make $14 an hour. That's the trade-off you make. You know what I mean? Chefs don't make a lot of money.
They don't.
Unless they are Michelin star, like the best of the best. Then they're making
high-end restaurants.
Very high-end. Like, I would love to own a pizza shop.
Like a $300 steak high-end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love to own like a pizza shop, pasta, like just like a kind of like an Italian like restaurant, like deli almost. But I know I'd never make money. I'd lose money. I'd lose it because there's no money in that shit, man. Shout out to like Tony Hernandez. He's doing great with that pizza shop. But like, bro, like, much respect. I could never do it because like when I do something, I want to get into it. Like, where can I go that I can make 150 easy?
You got to do what you were telling me about a long time ago. The ghost kitchens.
The ghost kitchens, bro. Yes. Remember they had those at Verizon. When we worked at Verizon, there was a ghost kitchen and they had 3 different kitchens. They would deliver us food. They used to bring us meatballs.
Yeah.
They were good as fuck. They had a s'more one too, and they would bring us s'mores. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I never had a peanut butter cup s'more before, dude. And then I did.
Why don't you do a ghost kitchen?
I would love to do a ghost kitchen.
Do it. You got some meals that you could offer somebody as a recipe?
Yeah.
And have them sell it?
Yeah, I do. Actually.
You know what you got to do is you got to listen, Tom. Next Tuesday, I know you're fucking off on Tuesdays.
I am off on this coming Tuesday.
Put something together.
All right, bet.
Bring it on Wednesday. I'll eat it a day later. I don't give a shit.
All
I'll
right.
warm it up. I'll eat it. Well, I'll tell you if I like it. I'm going to be honest on the show, too.
That's fine.
I'm going to be honest on the show.
That's fine.
And if it's good, we're gonna see if we can get that put in a kitchen.
All right.
Deadass.
All right.
And what's it gonna be called? Well, we'll figure that out later.
That's a bet. That's, bro. I'm gonna bring you 2 meals. I'm bringing you 2.
So we get to pick one, or do we?
No, you're gonna eat both.
I know, but I'm saying, am I gonna pick one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, all right, this one goes up.
Yeah.
Do it Tuesday. Make them. I'll eat them. I'll try. I'll let you know on the show.
You don't know what you just got yourself into. You have a culinary experience coming.
Okay.
I'm dead ass too.
I hope so.
My dick is full on torqued right now thinking about this. Granted, it's only about like that, but
this is no print, Tom.
Yeah, that's cool. We got way off topic.
What was the topic even? I don't even know. What were we talking about?
Bro, the topic was just life and Palestine and guns, and we came a long way tonight. You know, I've really liked the past couple weeks. Like, we haven't, like, I'm a big sports guy. Obviously, we talked sports for about a month straight, like at the end of the show, and we didn't last week. And I was actually
we talked about it at the beginning of the show.
What we talked about at the beginning of the show?
We talked about Reggie Bush.
That's right, we did. But I wanted to talk NFL draft. That's what we didn't do. My bad. But what I was gonna say was, I'm almost glad we didn't bookend it with some sports, because it was nice to get back to. But even with sports, we talked more about the political side of it than we talked about anything else. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't talk about sports.
Speaking of which, we can talk about sports. So LeBron's out of the playoffs.
Yeah, thank God.
So is Curry.
Yeah.
And Durant.
Yeah. And Klay Thompson. And Draymond Green. And just all those other smug fucking...
So Bronny registered for the draft.
Yeah, but he also entered the transfer portal.
Explain that to me.
So he registered for the draft, but he didn't hire an agent. So when you register for the draft for the NBA draft and you don't hire an agent, you can go through the entire process up until like the individual pre-draft workouts, which is a week after the scouting combine. if you don't get the grade that you want, you can go back to school as long as you didn't hire an agent. Can't hire the agent, but you can go back to school. So what he did, he left.
He's giving himself an option.
He's giving himself an option. He's entering the transfer portal, though, so he can go out of the transfer portal and go back to USC, or he can be in the transfer portal and go wherever. Now, now the guy, I think Eric Musselman was his coach. He left USC. So that's one of the reasons they're saying he entered the transfer portal. The other reason is he's fucking ass.
He's not.
He is not good.
He's not his dad.
He ain't even his younger brother.
Yeah, that's true.
Now,
That's
I'm
true.
never gonna fault the kid. You're LeBron James' kid. Immediately, you're
What
gonna
if
get
that's not-
drafted.
that can't be his kid. I'm not gonna put that in the atmosphere.
What do you mean that can't be his kid?
Can't be his kid. I mean, you're fucking LeBron's son. You should be balling. Like you eat, sleep, breathe this shit every day. It's
Nah,
part
bro.
of it.
Michael
Is your
Jordan's
life.
kids. Michael Jordan's kids. Marcus and Jeffrey. They didn't do shit in college. One went to the NBA just because he's Michael Jordan's kid, and he flamed out in the fucking D League, the development league.
Yeah, G League now.
The G League now. But LeBron's kid, he had a heart problem, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's not
the reason.
No, but it's definitely a hindrance.
Yeah, probably.
It's completely a hindrance.
Probably. Yeah, and if you look at him and his younger brother's he looks exactly like
dog.
LeBron. He looks like exactly.
does.
He's taller than Bronny.
He got all LeBron's genes. Bronny got all of his mom's genes.
That ain't Bron's son.
I think it is. It looks like LeBron, dude.
So let's see. Bronny's what, 19 roughly?
19.
And LeBron's been in the league for how long?
21 years.
Oh, I don't know. That was early in the career, brother.
makes sense.
That was early in the career. It would make sense if it wasn't his. He was. What year was that? Let's see.
Bronny was born in.
When was Bronny born?
Bronny was born in 04 or 05.
Let's take a look here.
04.
He was born in 04. All right.
19.
So October. So that means if he was a full-term baby, he would have been conceived in January of 2004.
LeBron was drafted into the league in June of 2003.
Right. So, and that means that would have been during the regular season.
Correct.
That he would have had to
When they went 37 and
conceive.
45. They went 37 and 45 that year. It was a 18 game improvement from the year before. They went 17 and 65 the year before that they got LeBron. I remember that.
I do remember the huge improvement. I don't remember what the number was, but yeah, I mean, so that would have been down during the regular season.
Yeah.
He would have been conceived.
They're fucking.
Was she with him on road games?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you something. If old girl cheated on an 18-year-old LeBron James,
That's my point. He was
you deserve
young.
to get hit with a fucking hammer, dog.
I'm just saying it was early in the career. I'm not saying this is fact, but I'm just saying if you look at LeBron, let's look at Bronny. What's the brother? Bryce
James.
Why can't I type? Never can I type. Can we see an image of all three of them together?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let's look at this right here. How do we make it bigger? Oh, come on. Yeah, he don't look like LeBron.
Get the fuck out of here. That is LeBron's dumb fucking look. That is LeBron's dumb fucking eyes.
Huh?
That's his dumb fucking nose. That's
And
his
his
dumb
lips.
fucking forehead. That's
Yeah, I
his
see
dumb
it.
fucking lips.
But
I hate LeBron James, dude.
yeah, that's his son. That
Bryce,
looks like
though,
him.
that looks like LeBron's twin. You throw a fucking goatee on that man, and that is LeBron James Jr. right
Yeah.
there. That ain't Bryce James. The one on the left's Bryce James at that point.
Hey, how do we here, let's see. Let's look at 18-year-old, 19-year-old LeBron. Let's see if
I love how that was.
I don't know, man. That
Look
doesn't
at
look
that
like
picture on the far right.
Bronny.
Look at that on the far right.
Oh, we
thanks,
can't. It's the New York
you
Times.
cocksucker.
How's this shit always the first one to pop up, but you can never look at it? I know not that many people subscribe to it. Here, let's do a comparison. Oh, LeBron versus Bronny. Images.
What?
I don't know.
That is LeBron, dude.
Uh
Bryce looks just like LeBron right there.
Bryce does, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, dude.
Here, go down. Holy shit, go down.
This?
Look at that.
It's
God,
got an
dude.
airless basketball. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Those airless basketballs are wild.
I don't know. He's not.
You know, actually,
he's not gonna go to the league though.
he will. He will.
You
Just because,
think he's gonna get picked up?
Yeah, because anyone knows whoever picks Bronny is next.
So where do you think he's gonna go?
If they were smart, the Oklahoma
Cleveland.
the Oklahoma City Thunder,
Why?
because they are one player away from being a fucking problem. They're already great, but you add LeBron James to that team, they might win 80 games out of 82. They're that good.
No.
Yeah. Yo, New Orleans pair up with Zion. Can you imagine if LeBron were on that team and was on Zion's ass to get in shape? You know how much of a fucking
Zion
problem
did
would be?
get in shape though.
He
He was
did.
big when he came in the league. He's actually slimmed down a lot.
Old boy looked like me. Now he's ripped up. But I think it's because he stopped eating mom's cooking, bro. That's it.
Well, he got somebody who's gonna stay on his ass and keep him
And
trained.
porn stars that keep telling him that he's got a small dick.
Who did that?
His ex-girlfriend, Mariah Mills.
She was a porn star.
Fuck yeah. Well, she's an OnlyFans girl, so same thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, shout out to the OnlyFans girls. You know, you're doing the Lord's work. You know, just what that is. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I would love for him to come back to Cleveland.
I don't think he'll come back to Cleveland.
It's all about where he wants to live.
You know, he might. He'll come back to. I think LeBron will come back to Cleveland. I don't know that Cleveland wants him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think if
don't-
if we lose,
I think it would be cool for him to retire here, but
it'd be awesome.
But other than that, as far as like team improvement, I don't.
Think about this.
Okay.
We're going into game 6 against the Magic right now. We have no business letting them win 2 games like how we played in the first 2. We're going to win the Magic series. We're going to. We go into Boston, we stand no chance because
No.
Boston's way better.
No, hold on. Wait a minute though. Wasn't it?
Boston ain't losing to Miami.
No, I'm pretty. Huh?
Boston's
No.
not
I was gonna say, didn't Cavs beat Boston like
3 times this year.
Pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a different season, dude. This is playoff basketball. This is different. Remember how back when we were younger, people used to say playoff LeBron activated?
Yeah.
People go into a different zone, dude. Like, that's when you get the killers. I think if we lose to the Celtics,
So why don't we have killers, bro?
we have a killer. We have a killer, and his name's Donovan Mitchell.
I wouldn't even say he's the only one. We got some.
Evan Mobley ain't a killer. He's too timid. I haven't seen one strip of emotion on that fucking stoic face of his. Jarrett Allen is just smiling the whole time. And Darius Garland, man, he's too inconsistent to be a killer. He's too inconsistent. Darius Garland will one night, like last night, give you 21 points and 4 assists. The next night, he will follow it up with 10 points, 8 turnovers, and 2 assists. There's too much inconsistency. If we lose to the Celtics, LeBron's a free agent this offseason. LeBron could just be like, hey, I'm what they need. And then he
Cleveland.
goes to Cleveland. He goes on like a minimum contract because what does he need the money for at this point?
Although you know what,
with that team, he could win 3 straight titles.
Do you think this is going to be his last year coming up?
No,
I don't think so either. He's 39. I'm going to say he plays till he's 41.
I'm going to go even longer than that. I'm going to say till he's 45 years old.
Hell, you think he's got another 6 years in him?
I think he's going to try and beat Michael Jordan's record.
That would be something he does.
Mm-hmm. That would be something he does.
That's another 6 years. He's already been in the league, what, 22, 21?
And he will finish with 50,000 career points.
Hey, well, he just hit 40, didn't he?
Yeah, he's way past 40 now.
Is he way
He will
past
finish
40?
with 50,000 career points.
Career points. 40,474. I wouldn't say way past it, but he's past
I
it.
thought he was in the 41s. He's got 9,526 points to go. He could do that in 6 years. How much was that? 9,526.
Nah, I don't think he can. Because you're looking about 500 points a year.
1,500 points a year.
Yeah, that's
1,587 times 82. Or 1,587 divided by 82. That's 19 points a game, dude. That's...
Wait, you're saying... Where did you get the 1,500? What was that number?
So, he's 9,526 points away from hitting 50,000. It's an 82-game season. Well, no, let's say he misses 10 games a year, does 72. Right?
Mm.
9,526.
So he's been in the league, what, 20 years? Right? Is that right?
There's 72 games in a season.
There's what?
Huh? Oh,
There's
wait
82 games in a season.
I got to divide that by 6. Divided by 72. 22 points a night. He's got to average over 72 games over 6 years to pass 50,000 points. He could do it. He absolutely could.
So how long has he been in the league right now?
Since 2003. 21 years.
21 years.
Yeah.
So he's got 40,474 points divided by 21 years. 1,927 a year divided by, actually, so 1,927 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got, you said 6 more years.
Yeah.
1927 times 6. Yeah, maybe at 50, almost 52.
Yeah. I don't like him, but he's a dog.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
He's a dog, bro.
Yeah, go.
Woof,
I mean,
woof, daddy.
I don't want him back in Cleveland. I mean, it would be cool to see him retire here, but couldn't care less. So you say he's got 6 years. That's crazy to me. I'm gonna say 41. That's gonna be my. Who's winning the championship this year? Who you got?
I gotta think.
Should we look at the standings?
I gotta think.
Or like playoff standings?
Here. Let me see the NBA playoff bracket. Okay.
That's not.
That's fine.
This doesn't show playoff though.
That's fine.
What do you mean?
Oh, here, go down. Playoffs. There you go. Official bracket. Okay.
All right. So where are we at here?
Bucks. The Pacers are gonna beat the Bucks. The Cavs are.
So who's gonna win here? Clippers. Series.
Oh, the Mavericks are gonna take it.
Mavericks are taking that one.
Mavericks are taking that shit.
I agree with you there.
Thunder beat the Mavericks.
Let's see. Timberwolves.
Nuggets are gonna beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Nuggets will beat the Thunder.
Wait. So who you said was up here? Who's beating the Mavericks? You said Thunder's beating the Mavericks.
Thunder's gonna beat the Mavericks because the Mavericks are gonna advance. So it's gonna be the Thunder versus the Nuggets. Nuggets are gonna advance.
All right.
There's no answer for Jokic.
Okay. So what about here on the East? So
Celtics are beating the Heat. Cavs are beating the Magic.
So Celtics and Heat. So you said Celtics. Celtics beats Cavs.
It's a
So
sweep,
Celtics.
actually.
Oh, okay. So Celtics to the semifinals. And
Pacers are
then
going to beat the Bucks.
Pacers.
Sixers are going to beat the Knicks. They're going to beat the Knicks.
Although they're down.
Yeah, well, they're still going to do it.
Okay, so you got Sixers and Pacers.
Sixers are going to beat the Pacers. It's going to be the Sixers versus
Sixers
the
and
Celtics.
And the Celtics. And then Sixers and Celtics.
Sixers are going to beat the Celtics.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sixers to the finals. And
Joel
over here.
Embiid versus Nikola Jokic. Nuggets repeat as champions.
So you're saying Nuggets are going again?
Nuggets are going again. Nuggets are going to go for years. Nuggets might three-peat.
You know what I'm really curious to see if it happens? The Mavericks versus the Nuggets.
Kyrie and Luka versus Jokic and Murray would be
Oh my god,
crazy.
That would be.
They're so similar.
That's what I know. That's why I think it would be crazy to see.
European basketball has become so prevalent in the NBA. It's insane, and I'd love to see it because they are actually playing as teams now. Like, Jokic gets all of his teammates involved. Luka gets everyone involved. He got Kyrie Irving to buy into a system, man.
I think Kyrie just likes the way Luka plays.
I
mean,
think
how
Kyrie
can you
just
not
likes to
though?
actually win.
And them two together
They're a problem.
I think the Mavericks will win it.
I think if Kyrie Irving lets Luka run the show and Kyrie plays his good defense that he's always played and he just waits for his shot,
Let me
if
look
he
at this
cedes
again real
control to
quick.
Luka and just says, this is your team, go with it, I think they could win. Luka is a killer. When I talk about killers, Luka's a killer. Jokic is a killer.
Dang. OKC did
Killers,
sweep.
bro. I'm talking dudes that will literally kill everyone in the way to win.
I can't believe the Suns got swept.
Well, the Suns were never going to work, dude. It's an amalgamation of talent that wasn't designed to be together. Kevin Durant's an alpha. Devin Booker's an alpha. Bradley Beal is a fucking joke. And they bring them all together. They pay them $250 million combined. And then they can't go afford pieces that are going to make them good. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. That just goes to show that
you can't buy wins.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
You cannot buy wins. The Magic had no business beating us those two games, but the reason that they did, they have great coaching and they have players that are young and understand a system and how to play together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why the Magic did so well against us all those games, man. Even last night, they almost beat us. But because they know how to play together and they trust each other, and they're all under like 24 years old, man.
Yeah, they're
like,
young.
That's
young guys.
that when you saw Golden State back when Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson and Harrison Barnes and those guys were
fresh. Well, not fresh, but they have been in the league a few years to get their feet wet. Yeah. And they all did it together. Absolutely.
They all did it together. That was the thing. That's what the Magic are doing. That's what the Timberwolves are doing. They're doing it together.
So I mentioned that Durant, Curry, and LeBron are all out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I saw something that said all three of them have not been in the playoffs or have been eliminated from the playoffs. Actually, wow.
It was a passing of the torch type thing. Like,
well,
they all have been in the playoffs in some capacity for the past like 13 years.
Maybe it was like maybe the second round of the playoffs.
Maybe someone has been in the playoffs in every series for the past 13 years between Durant, Curry, and LeBron.
Right. Since
either in the championship,
13,
in the semifinals,
since 2005.
Since 2005. Okay. Either the first round, the second round, the conference finals, or the finals. They've all been. It's over, man.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh,
End of
yes.
an era.
End
There
of
it
an
is.
era. Wow. Is that what they're saying already? End of an era?
It is. It's an end of an era, but eras end. The Peyton Manning era ended. The Michael Vick era ended.
That's true.
The Alex Rodriguez era in baseball ended. The Tiger era ended in golf.
All Hall of Famers? Them three?
Yeah. You got the...
Obviously, LeBron.
I don't think he is, but the greatest player of all time, LeBron. You got a guy who literally changed the game in Steph Curry.
Mhm.
Remember, everyone wanted to dunk when we were young? Everyone wanted to dunk.
Now
all
everyone's
kids
smack
want to do
threes.
is shoot threes.
Yeah.
You know? Kevin Durant, probably the greatest scorer in NBA history. Best pure scorer. LeBron's great at everything. Curry's great at shooting. Durant's just good at scoring. He can dunk, lay up, shoot, whatever. what's crazy to me is Kevin Durant has had a couple injuries, not a lot, but I mean he's had a few, but not like
relatively healthy over his career.
Relatively healthy. That man is 6'10" and weighs like 210 pounds. Have you seen his legs? They're literally this thick.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
I know.
How he hasn't fucked himself up bad is amazing. Like, good on him, man. You've seen Wembanyama, right?
Yeah.
That dude is one fucking stub toe and trip away from tearing everything in one leg, man.
Yeah.
That dude needs to gain weight. I don't understand why these guys want to be so skinny.
I don't know that he wants to be skinny. He's young, dude. I mean, look at LeBron. Whenever he first got in the league, he was scrawny. He was skinny.
He bulked the fuck up.
He got big.
You know, when
Big
he
as
went
shit.
to Miami, his second year in Miami, he weighed 285 pounds.
Yes, and he was slow as fuck.
But he was fucking
He was huge.
diesel, bro. Like,
Yeah. But he mentioned it. I forgot what I was watching, but he mentioned it. He was like, I was so slow. He was like, he said he had to shed that.
he shed like 30 pounds in an off season.
Yeah.
And like the way he did it was like super unhealthy. He only ate like fruits and vegetables. He swam and he like saunaed and all this shit, like just like basically shedding all sorts of water weight.
Mm.
Crazy shit though, man. Like the transformation that summer was insane. Well, it was the year he came back to Cleveland. He shed all that weight.
Was it? I thought it was 1 year, like maybe his
No,
last
you're
year
right.
in Miami.
You're right. It was 1 year. It was his last year in Miami. He shed all the weight, and then he was still skinny when he came back to the Cavs. But he told Kevin Love, "You have to lose weight."
Did he?
Yeah, remember Kevin Love was a big boy, dude. Like,
Yeah, but he was always big, even during the championship year. Not fat, but he's
Kevin
like.
Love was a gorgeous human being when he was on the Cavs. When he was on the
But he
fucking Timberwolves,
was filled out though. He was.
look up Kevin Love Timberwolves. Look him up. That's handsome Kevin Love.
I don't want a video.
Look
Get
at
out of
this
here.
fat sack of shit.
Get out of here. Hold on. Photo.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's not that big, dude. Look, he's actually smaller there.
No, there is no measure of where he's smaller than.
Yes.
No. We're looking at two different. I think as a fat guy, I look at it differently. Hold up. Kevin Love. You're going to go on record and say this right here is smaller than this.
He's got facial hair there, bro. It's hard to tell. That's the only thing. Okay, so right here, this picture right here, he looks bigger.
Looks like a fat sack of shit.
Where'd it go? Oh, it disappeared on me.
Cleveland just has always had guys named Kevin who were handsome. Kevin Love, Kevin Stefanski. Like, come on. You kind of look like a Kuwait Kevin Stefanski.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
Missing the grays and the beard. I don't want them to come in yet. I got enough up here.
Dude, I noticed gray up here the other day.
On you?
And there's gray in my beard now. Crazy.
Welcome to the party.
Hate my life. But I think this is as good a place as any to end. I gotta get home, tuck Wyatt in. So I want to thank everybody for joining us for another episode of The Cut. You've all made the cut. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe to this video and the channel so we can get you more content, get you more of what you like. Don't hesitate to reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Give us some suggestions on what to talk about or maybe who to interview for the show. We'd love that. I'm Tom Roth. This is... What's your name?
Depends what the day is.
What's your name today?
Anthony.
And that's Anthony Aquendo. We'd like to thank you guys. You made the cut.